Hello and welcome to the Songbook Sessions, Edition 2. I'm delighted you joined me. Many thanks to the fabulous amount of views that we had to date on Edition 1. Please keep up the good work. My name's Stuart Earl. I'm a singer-songwriter and I live in Stroud in Gloucestershire. Now, the Songbook Sessions is a mixture of music and chat. And some of the music will be mine, others will be connected, and there'll also be a guest for each episode. And I'll tell you about tonight's guest in a while. However, first of all, I'm going to kick things off with a song, and this is the title track from the yet-to-be-released new album, Cowboy State of Mind. I hope you like it. You stole my love, you stole my horse. I'm still in love with you, of course. You stole my watch, you took my time. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. You took my car, I'll take the train. I keep on moving all the same. You never know what you might find. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. I've been thinking, well, I've been drinking again. I've been hoping and cattle roping to take my mind off you once again. Pushing hard, I'm riding fast. I like the sun when it's on my back. I don't have a plan, I'm riding blind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. I've been thinking, well, I've been drinking again. I've been hoping and cattle roping to take my mind off you once again. I'm just staring into space. I look at the stars, I see your face. You know I'm not the hurting kind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. You know I'm not the hurting kind. I'm in a cowboy state of mind. Cowboy State of Mind. Hope you enjoyed that. So, let's go to tonight's guest. He is Steve Ferbrache of The Achievers. The Achievers are taking the live circuit by storm. They've recently represented the UK in International Blues Challenge in Memphis, Tennessee. So, let's catch up with Steve with a bit of chat and a couple of songs. Steve, how are you?
I'm sound, yeah, I'm pretty good. Yeah, can't complain.
Yeah, really good. So you're what, in the garden now, by the looks of things?
I'm in the garden, we've had a barbecue. I'm a couple of ciders in.
Oh, really?
And I burnt my toe. It was 4. It was 4. Yeah, I've managed to stand on an extremely sharp piece of white hot charcoal before, and it's stuck in the end of my 3rd toe. And so basically I've been limping around for good hour or two now.
There's probably a
But,
song in there somewhere.
I think so, but the organic side is helping, certainly.
Excellent.
I can't complain.
Nice. Like it. Well, you're so rock and roll.
I know.
So first question for you is dance floor gospel. Who came up with that?
That was myself. That came from.
I should explain maybe that dance floor gospel is a description of the Achievers. So that's what.
Yeah. We tried to find a. Back in the day, this would have been maybe when we first started gigging and needed to put stuff out on posters and that. A way of describing what we did, and originally we were playing in lots of pubs, and people were we were advertising ourselves as vintage dance music. Good parts of gospel music that are good to us, which is about the joyfulness and the dancing and the movement and the general just togetherness and community. And we just thought gospel music for the dance floor, we thought was a really good way of describing it. So that's how we settled on that, and it sort of stuck with us. It's nice.
It's inspired, actually. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
I mean, I suppose what I do is Americana, but nobody understands what the hell that is. So,
well, it's a fairly new genre, that, isn't it? Americana, I think, generally speaking. It's like, I mean, I'm no expert on that, but it's a useful term, I think, Americana. But yeah, it's still, people still interpret it incorrectly. But,
yeah, it's an odd one. So, how are the band and the boys coping with all this?
Yeah, fine. 5 days before our tour was due to start, we had word that basically it was not going to start. We had 28 gigs cancelled. We'd planned this tour and this cycle quite precisely for very particular reasons to happen at this time of year, and all the gigs just got cancelled. We were really sort of revved up and ready to go. We'd had a couple of really good tour rehearsal sessions, because we don't rehearse regularly. We don't get together every Thursday or Wednesday or whatever and play. We leave each other alone for 3-4 weeks, and then the next cycle of gigs we get together and we practice intensively and play intensively. And we did that. We had a big roast dinner here on a Sunday. We went to a pub nearby and played music all night in the Skittle Alley and got ready for the tour. And then overnight things developed, and the government said it's not happening, and the venues and the promoters, who have all been amazing, said, no, this can't happen. So we met back at the pub and said, look, let's use this as best we can to try and write and be together and do whatever. And then the lockdown came to another level, and the biggest hit for us has been that we were waiting to see each other and hang out and play music and tour about. The last time we saw each other was in Memphis in January, when we played at the International Blues Challenge. Yeah. And that was the last time we played, and we were just really looking forward to getting out and playing together.
So who writes the songs then, Steve? Is it you or is it joint? How does it work?
It's on the last record, there were 10 tracks. This is the best way I can give you an example of how it works. There were 10 tracks on there. 3 of them were ideas brought in by Aaron. 5 of them were ideas brought in by me, and 2 of them were kind of things that were generated from not much at all between all 5 of us. But all those ideas come into sort of a central point. I'll either take them to Robbie and we'll work them out. Robbie's really good at cutting fat off stuff and arranging and rearranging and chopping stuff down. Aaron often comes with really tight compositions, but we'll need extra verses and things like that. So he'll come in with a really tight idea of how this is going to work, but we'll need one of us to contribute an extra verse. And then so the principal writers in terms of lyrics and melodies are Aaron and I, but then all of us really contribute arrangement ideas and hooks.
Okay, Steve, you're going to do me some songs.
Yes.
Can you tell me what you're going to sing? Number 1.
The first song I'm going to sing is a song from our first record, which is the lead song off our record, which is called Spirit. It's a song that's really indicative of our writing process, really, and that's why I thought I'd put it out there.
Cool.
I'd brought it to early sessions where we'd played, and where we'd started to put together our album, and we couldn't find a way to make it work at all. We couldn't find anything to do with it. I was really pleased with the verse and the hooks and everything. Couldn't find a way to work it, so we just scrapped it. A few months down the line, we were in the studio, and we'd finished recording the album, and we thought, "Hey, what about that song?" You know, we'd all had a few drinks at that point, and we played it, and we just put a different beat and different groove on it. I think I said to Aaron, "Give me the groove from The Weight by the band," and he just started playing that, and then we just took it a completely different route, and that ended up being the lead song on our record.
Right.
And yeah,
sometimes it works.
It does, and it did. We're pleased. Yeah.
Excellent. Nice.
Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? I stood like a baby in the southern sea, been waiting for a revelation. Thought for the day in an offhand way was joy and celebration. I got a little sorrow and a fear of tomorrow, and a lover with an anxious mind. And I'm pitching up to see if I could really be a savior of any kind. I wanna know, did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Pitching up my nerves, it's all I deserve in this cracked up jubilation. It's so absurd that you haven't heard that I lost my strong foundation. Oh, I need you now than I did before, if you can only spare some time. So come on down from the top of town, bring your woman and bring some wine. I wanna know, did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost? Did my spirit get lost in the waves of the southern sea?
Stuff. So tell me about Memphis.
Yeah.
Did you go for the ribs?
I ate plenty of ribs, yeah. I probably ate too many, in fact. I'm still trying to work that off. Yeah, well, you and I had spoken about Memphis before, and I'd got a little bit of a decent insight from yourself. But we'd also met a musician called Wallace Lester, who's a drummer, and he used to live in Memphis, and he lives in Nashville now. And we met him. We opened for a band that he was playing with in London a couple of years ago, and we've kept in touch with him. He's a great bloke. And I asked him, give us some insider tips into Memphis. And he said, look, I can't really tell you anything that you can't find out online, but what I will tell you is Memphis is dangerous, but it's fun. And that is the best way I can describe it, basically. Memphis is incredibly dangerous. It's the fourth most dangerous city in America, but it's so much fun. Like, the peril and the kind of madness on the streets is just great fun. Like Beale Street, where we were the whole time, it's a real touristy place most of the year. Yeah. When we were there, obviously every single bar was full of people who were there for the blues festival, the blues challenge. So everyone was buzzing. It was really, really good fun. But I imagine the rest of the year, it's kind of like, Blackpool on a stag do type scenario.
Yeah, definitely.
We had a great time. We met some amazing people. We did some great gigs and we made some real headway. We did really well, actually, at the challenge. We managed to cultivate quite a good reputation for ourselves there, and people were coming to see us because it was a blues challenge and we were only sort of tepidly skimming around the edges of blues.
Oh, you did so well, mate, to get there. It was brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah,
brilliant.
we were really chuffed. And
Mm.
but in Memphis, we were waking up every day in the same place, and we weren't moving anywhere. We were just going from our house. We rented an Airbnb to the place, and possibly to the shop and back. So we went a bit mad. We were waking up at 5 a.m. because of the jet lag and time difference and everything.
Yeah.
And it was all very, very strange. And it was a real test for us as a bunch of people. And it was a real challenge because the blues challenge itself is incredibly intense. Like, you've got 4 minutes to get on stage and get off. You play for 20 minutes. You're being, marked. It was brutal.
Yeah.
It was brutal, and we learned a few things about each other that are obviously going to carry us forward and be stronger about. But it was really intense. But I will never forget it for all the right reasons. It was an incredible experience. I'm so grateful we were able to do it. It was really
well done, you guys, for doing it and getting there. Brilliant. And the second song is going to be what? That's a connected cover.
The connected cover is I'm going to play a song called "Your Train Will Come" by Kevin Brown.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
excellent.
Kevin is somebody who sought out my consultancy services, for want of a better word.
Right.
Kevin's a legend around this neck of the woods, and has been, all over the place for a long time. He had a new record out and wanted to find a way to reach new audiences, and sent it to me, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And this song from that record was the one that really spoke to me. It's a really positive song, and it really swings along really, really nicely. And
Brilliant.
Had to give my interpretation of it. Yeah.
Super.
People come, people go, winds of change, they will always blow. Don't be sad, you're not the only one. When you serve your time, your train will come. Some will fall, some will fly, some will just let life pass them by. But don't be sad, you're not the only one. When you serve your time, your train will come. And when you hear that whistle blow, you better be ready, ready to go. When you hear those wheels coming round the bend, oh, you better be ready, it won't happen again. Don't be shy, you're not the only one. When you serve your time, your train will come. One by one, side by side, down those rails of steel we will ride. But don't be sad, you're not the only one. When you serve your time, your train will come. When you serve your time, your train will come. When you serve your time, your train will come.
Wow, wasn't that good? A lovely song from Kevin Brown as well. Very nice. We haven't finished with Steve. He will be back in a few minutes. But first, I have something special for you. I asked my good friend and fellow member of the Earl Trio, Mr. Michael Messer, if he could give me a video of one of his other projects. And this is from Michael Messer's Mitra. So we have a performance from Shrewsbury Folk Festival from last year. I should explain that Mitra is a mix of blues and Indian classical slide guitar. Really quite special. Michael Messer's Mitra are Michael Messer, Manish Pingley on Indian classical slide guitar, and Gurdain Riot on tabla. This is a song by Mississippi John Hurt, and this is You Gonna Be Sorry. You gotta love that. I just love the sound of that tabla. Boom. So, let's hear a bit more from Steve, from the Achievers, and hear what he's going to do for his classic cover. I've still got my Fender amp, by the way. Are you still jealous?
Yeah, I am. I am, Stu, jealous, actually,
Yeah.
to be fair. I was hoping that that like you might fall on extremely difficult financial times and be forced to sell it during
It's kind
this
of
whole period. Yeah, I was really desperate for you to have a complete financial breakdown so that I could sweep in and give you like 300 quid for it.
Yeah, well, it's over there. It awaits you, but I have a deal for you.
Oh, really?
I have a way.
Oh,
that we can
Christ.
make this work.
This is dangerous. Don't do that.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah, go on.
It's going to cost you.
Oh, right. Okay.
It'll cost. I'll let you have the Fender amp if you give me Robbie. I will trade you my guitar amp for your guitarist. I'll feed him.
Crikey. Oh, okay. Right.
No, Robbie, if you're watching this, don't worry. It's okay.
Yeah, Robbie will be watching this. And yeah, well, this isn't out of loyalty to Robbie as a friend. This is out of common sense. Robbie is absolutely priceless, I'm afraid. So
of course he is. He's
as
brilliant.
beautiful as your Fender Princeton tobacco burst, whatever it is, I've coveted for about 3 years. It's incredible. Yeah. Robbie is possibly one of the most sought after guitarists I've ever met, locally at least. Yeah, he's a phenomenal bloke, and Robbie's inclusion in the Achievers is quite a funny story. He's got an amazing story, and it's almost like a biopic worthy story. Robbie's tale. It's a very, very long one, which I'll spare you and maybe tell you another time. But Robbie's story in the Achievers is quite funny. We needed an extra guitarist to cover the bits that I can't do, because I can't play any lead guitar at all. I'm like a solid rhythm player at best. And so I went on all the normal sites looking for a guitar player, and saw this classified ad on, like, find a musician, whatever it was. And it was this weird looking guy. He looked like Bob Dylan's niece, and playing a, Strat, looking a bit gnarly. And the write-up, I thought, who is this absolute clown? Because it was like, yeah, I've had platinum records in Canada, and I've sold multiple gold records in America. I was in one of the biggest touring bands. So I was like, who is this absolute, like, this is total bullshit. Like, who is this guy? Like, I can't, he sounds great. His playing was fine. I was like, well, whatever. I'm not contacting him because he's obviously nuts. Why would he be living in Nailsworth if he's such a, superstar? And anyway, it turns out that this guy who I'd seen online worked with Aaron, our drummer, and on Aaron's fiance's birthday, he came down to the jam that we'd organised at the pub, and he brought his guitar along, and he was all very quiet, and I couldn't figure out where he was from. He sounded English and Irish and American. It was weird. And he sat in with us, and I was just like, this is possibly the best guitar player I've ever heard in terms of comping, and in terms of composition, and in terms of lead breaks and subtlety and all the rest, tone, I don't know. And it turns out I recognised that it was the same weird guy that I'd seen on this advert. And then as the years have gone on, I realised that actually Robbie was an absolute superstar in America in the 80s. And then, things continued in that way. And then he moved here to be with the love of his life in this tiny town. And now he's in our band. Brilliant. And he's an incredible asset and an incredible bloke. He's a brilliant player. Love him.
Great stuff. Good job. Okay. And what about a classic cover? Number 3, what are you going to do?
Well, is While My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Oh, wow.
Now,
That's
I know...
a monster song.
Yeah, I know.
I
think... Yeah, the thing is with the covers is that, I do 150 gigs a year of covers gigs in the pubs or whatever it is. Yeah. That's sort of how I, keep myself in organic cider. But and the roof over my family's head and the shed and everything.
Well, you haven't got a roof at the minute, mate.
No, I know. I'm letting us all down terribly. But there are certain songs that I play when I'm out in the pubs that everyone comes together and enjoys, and and I love, and they're all the classics that you'd think of. And I could easily play a really, really cool, obscure cover that all the Mojo readers would go, yes, it's very good. I could play some Little Feat or something, something that people are going to sort of, thing over.
Sure.
But I think While My Guitar Gently Weeps is such a perfectly structured, brilliantly conceived and executed song that I have to play it. And also, I just so happen to put it in a key that really suits my voice and I really enjoy singing. If
Great.
I find an audience in a pub that I think will be receptive to it, I do it, and it always goes down really well. So, sod it, I'll do that one.
What a fab song. Yeah, love it.
This one doesn't really need an introduction, so I just hope I can do it justice. Now look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at the floor and I see it needs sweeping, still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know why nobody told you how to unfold your love. I don't know how someone controlled you, they brought and sold you. I look at the world and I'll notice it's turning, while my guitar gently weeps. With every mistake we must surely be learning, still my guitar gently weeps. I don't know how you were diverted, you were perverted too. I don't know how you were inverted, no one alerted you. I look at you all, see the love there that's sleeping, while my guitar gently weeps. I look at you all, still my guitar gently weeps.
Steve, thank you so much.
Thanks, Stu. Nice to chat to you, man.
Well, it's good to see you. I mean, I do see you occasionally on the streets because we both live in Stroud, which is marvellous. But obviously, we're not hugging at the moment. We're not shaking hands or anything. We can wave from afar.
Well, the challenge is that I could imagine that you and I would probably have quite a bad drinking habit together because we've got a lot to talk about.
That's just a rumour, mate.
Apparently so. Before all this happened, my drinking habits and my going to the pub habits were like zero because I would gig every Friday and Saturday night, and because I would go off on big tours and stuff, I would never want to drink when I wasn't off tour. So if I was off tour, I wouldn't drink at all.
Right.
So the only time I would ever go out for beers and stuff would be with the lads in the band and stuff. And it means I miss out on having nice casual beers with all the good people and good musicians like yourself in Stroud. So maybe if I can, if I can work off a bit of this cider over the next few weeks, I'll do some press ups or something. But,
All right, mate. Steve, thank you
Cheers,
very much.
Stu.
Take care,
Cheerio, mate.
Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
While My Guitar Gently Weeps. What a truly great song. Love it. So, a huge thanks to Steve for being my victim this week. And I'll catch up with you soon. I just wanted to say that nobody gets paid for the songbook sessions. So I would ask you, please, get on the internet or whatever, order a CD or download an album and help support the artists. And we can then keep going, hopefully, for the songbook sessions. So we are nearing the end. But I need to tell you, next edition, which should be on air about the 20th, Wednesday the 20th of May, my next guest will be the new queen of rock, Sally Ann Evans, from the band Buck and Evans. Now, I don't know if you know about them. I can't call them the next big thing because they're already massive. They're selling out venues and tours, and it's going to be a good one. She's a great singer and a great keyboard player, and she's a member of a great band, and I will post one or two of their videos in the next couple of weeks so that you can get familiar with their material. But they're great. You're going to love that. So, finally, thank you for watching. It's much appreciated. I hope to see you again. Stay well. Stay safe. Bye now.